Hello there. Thank you for getting 2 readings with me. I appreciate it. Real quick before we start, I will never reach out to you on any social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, anything like that. The only way to book a reading with me is through my website, amberthegoddess.com, which is exactly what you did to book these readings here today. I don't message or follow anyone. I will never try to sell you a reading through direct messages, comment sections, anything like that. I don't try to sell anyone anything. I don't try to have someone PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App me directly. It is all handled through my website. Unfortunately, there are some people out there that do impersonate tarot readers and influencers. They follow people on social media. They message them. They try to offer them services and get people to Venmo and PayPal them. So just be careful that if anyone does that using my name and pictures and information, it is not me. I only communicate through emails from my website and also through my TikTok account. So I don't DM or message anyone privately, and I don't ask for PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo directly. Okay? So with that being said, let's get into your 2 readings today. You have the remainder of 2023 reading, and then you have a career and money reading. So let's get started. Let's do the remainder of 2023 reading first, and then we will do the career and money reading for you. I have the cards right here we're going to be using for your 2 readings today. So what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle this up and we're going to see what's going on for the remainder of the year. Now, keep in mind, we are moving through 2023 at an alarmingly fast pace, as I'm sure you are aware. So this reading is going to cover what can happen for the remainder of the year. This is not a like from start to finish from right now until the end of December reading. The energies that we see here can already be happening. They can happen in the fall, they can happen in the winter, they can happen a week after, and they're in no particular order. This is just a look at what's going to happen for you for the rest of this year. And I know you can't see me shuffling here, but I am. Ooh, and I had a card just pop out. So I'm going to grab it. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get all of your messages out, and then we're going to talk about them. My cards like to talk to each other. They like to point to each other and stuff like that. So I like to let all of the cards come out before I start talking and before I show you what is going on. Quite a bit of energy here. It's very, very interesting. There are a lot of new things that are going to be coming in for you for the rest of this year. It's very, very interesting. It's very positive too from what I'm seeing here. So let's talk about what's going on. I always pull the card at the bottom of the deck after I get all of your messages out for the reading, and all of your cards just like flew out really quickly. So I have all of them here for you. The card at the bottom of the deck shows me the overall energy for what's going on for this reading. So the overall energy for the remainder of the year. This is like the overall theme, if you will, for lack of a better word, for what's going to be happening. The card that came out here for you in this position is the 6 of Pentacles. Now, this card talks about a giving and a receiving energy. And the way that I'm feeling with this card is like you have been giving your energy for like the first half of this year. You have been giving so much. You have been giving for months and for months on end. Maybe even like not even just the first half of this year, but like, you know, part of last year as well. You've been giving. Maybe you've always been there for people that needed it. Your friends, your family, if they needed to talk to someone or something, you were there. Maybe with work, you've always given, you know, more energy than you were asked to give, something like that. There's an energy of giving. You've been giving a lot, and now it is time for you to start receiving. It's almost like the pendulum is swinging now in the opposite direction. For the remainder of the year, you are going to be receiving things. You're going to be receiving opportunities, receiving compliments, receiving energies, receiving changes, etc. So let's talk about some of them, because there's a lot of new beginnings here that are going to be popping in. The first card that came out here for you is the Knight of Pentacles. Now, knights in the tarot, they represent offers. They represent movement. They represent something or someone coming in with something. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, he is the slowest knight in the tarot deck, right? There are 4 of them, 1 for each suit. And the Pentacle suit, he is the slowest one. He shows up at a snail's pace, but when he does show up in your life with this opportunity, it's something that you have been waiting for a long time. So whether this is like a relationship that you've wanted, money, a career, being able to move, financial stability, positive health, whatever it is, there's something on your mind, I feel, that's very, very important to you that you've been waiting for. The Knight of Pentacles is your first card to show you, hey, this is about to come in. So at some point by the end of this year, you will receive something that you have been wanting for a long time, some kind of offer. It will come from someone else. So this could be someone like asking you on a date, someone asking you to marry them if that's what you've been waiting for, someone offering you a job title or giving you something like, hey, I can help you with money in some way. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's just an energy of someone coming to you. I do also have the Knight of Cups here. Now, the Knight of Cups is the knight that talks about the emotions. So this is someone coming to you with an emotional offer as well. And it's interesting because I kind of feel like these two are tied together, but not in the same way. Like, I feel like this energy of what you've been waiting for is going to give you a very emotionally positive response. Like, you might be crying, you might be just really happy and excited, and like, I can't believe this is actually happening. But I'm also feeling like this could be someone else as well. So I do feel like there will be two offers that are coming in. One that you've been waiting for, and another one that is going to come in as well in a different area of your life. But both of them will give you an emotional response. And what I mean by emotional response is like, let's say, for example, one of them is a job offer that you've been waiting for, and the other one is that, someone is like, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. That's what I'm talking about. It's like they will both create an emotional energy in you where like you'll be happy about the money coming in, and then maybe you want to be with that person, or maybe you don't want to be with that person, but either way, it will create some kind of emotion in you. Both of these situations will create emotions. Now, the cards are advising that when this happens, use logic to move forward, because I feel like you may get a little bit overwhelmed. Keep in mind, though, it is normal to do that, but we have the Queen of Swords that has come out with both of these cards, and she is someone that thinks very logically. She doesn't let her emotions get the best of her. Not that I think you will, but the cards are just advising, hey, you're going to have two different options coming in. There's going to be a lot going on. You're going to feel very emotionally, like, I just keep hearing the word responsive. Like, you're going to have an emotional response to this. So use your logic, use your mind in this situation. Don't just think with your emotions. It's okay for you to feel your emotions, but think logically. Is this something that I want? Is this someone that I want to be with? Does this feel like it's right for me? And go from there. Now, what's interesting is the next card that came out for you here is the Sun. And this is literally the most positive card in the deck. The Sun talks about like your highest timeline. It talks about happiness. It talks about money. It talks about love. It talks about everything just kind of clicking into place like a puzzle piece, like everything just coming together. And the Sun card is a really, really beautiful card. I love this card. It really talks about just happiness, feeling fulfilled, feeling confident, feeling whole, feeling like everything is working with love, feeling like you're in the right place financially, feeling like your health is improving, feeling like, you're doing the right things. You are at peace with who you are and who you want to be. This is a very beautiful energy. It's very calming. So I do feel like, as the year comes to a close, you are going to feel more confident with yourself. You are going to feel like, what? Like maybe certain things didn't work out for me this year, but other things did. And I'm happy with that. It's like an energy of confidence of like, I'm hearing like building your empire as well. So it's like you working on yourself throughout the year, you building your confidence, you realizing how successful you are. Even if certain things are going wrong, I feel like you're going to have some kind of perspective shift at some point this year that's going to help you focus on the positives. And with energy, what we focus on is what we get. So focusing on the positive things we have in our lives will call in more positive things, more job opportunities, more love experiences, more opportunities for travel, or whatever it is you want to do. You will see positive movement, and the cards are advising that this is on the way. So if you start to look at the glass as half full instead of half empty, this is just you shifting into a more like, I don't want to say more positive timeline, but it's like you're becoming more confident and more open to the possibilities of the universe. Instead of being like, oh, this could never happen for me, I don't deserve this. You're like, you know what? No, I'm not where I want to be, but that's fine. It gives me a goal. It gives me something to keep pushing towards, and I'm happy with myself. I feel good about myself and who I am and my progress. And that opens up more doors for more opportunities to come in. We do also have the King of Pentacles here. Now, whether you are male, female, etc., it doesn't matter. This is just the energy of the king here. The King of Pentacles is very, very positive. He is a card about money, about wealth, about stability. So I do see that, by the end of the year here, there is going to be some kind of like big financial like shift that's going to happen. And I do know here that we did get a career and money reading as well, so we will do that after, but there is an energy here of you feeling financially stable and financially free. So if there's something you've been waiting on, like a raise or a promotion, or you've been wanting to do something that, involves money in some way, there will be a shift by the end of the year here that will help you move forward financially. We do also have justice here, which is a big, big energy. Justice talks about the scales coming into balance in your life. So if you have any court dates or anything like that with like the law or anything, it will go in your favor. By the end of the year, you will receive positive news about it. If not, that's fine. But the Justice card talks about an amazing energy of scales coming into balance, of the areas of your life where you have felt wronged, or where you felt it was unfair, or you were not treated correctly, or you were not considered, or anything like that. These energies are now coming into balance. So let's say, as an example, maybe you had struggled with work and you've been looking for a new job, but all your applications that you put out, nothing is happening and nothing is coming back in. The justice energy is going to flip the situation where you will have people calling you, people emailing you, people wanting you. Maybe your friends or family members will recommend something to you that winds up being the job that you work at and stay at for the rest of your life, right? Like there's just an energy of like, this feels unfair. It's not going in my favor. Nothing is working out, and justice comes in and levels the playing field for you and says, no, you're not supposed to be miserable here forever. This is not supposed to last forever. Let's move things around. Let's make it happen for you. And that's an energy that's coming in by the end of this year. It doesn't specifically have to be your job. That's just an example, but it's an energy of the things coming into balance that have felt imbalanced, that have felt not fair, that have felt too stressful. Like I'm hearing for no reason, like it's just been so much. And you're like, why is this happening? Things are going to shift and move in your favor. I do see, especially with the Fool coming out next, that there are new beginnings on the horizon. The Fool is all about taking a leap of faith, stepping into the unknown, going towards what is unfamiliar to you. The Fool is a card that says, hey, move forward with confidence. Don't be afraid when something feels right for you to just go for it. Because the Fool, he kind of takes a leap of faith without even looking at the ground beneath his feet. Because he knows that the universe is going to put that like ground down. When he has something that's really intriguing or interesting, something that he wants, he just starts moving towards it. And he's like, the details will work themselves out. Now, this doesn't mean you have to quit your job and buy lottery tickets and just say whatever, it'll get figured out, right? But this is an energy of like wanting to start something new, some new energy coming in, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new relationship, whether it's you changing your perspective, whether it's you wanting to move. And it might feel a little scary because I feel like the shift is going to be like unfamiliar to you. It's going to take you out of your comfort zone in some way. And the cards are saying, go for it. Don't be afraid to just go for it, because the universe will put the path down in front of you as you're walking it. And a lot of us, we want to see the path in front of us first. We want to know all the details. Should I put my energy in this? Should I invest in this? Is this something that's a good idea for me? But the universe is saying with this, and I feel like you'll know what it is when it happens. With this, you just have to start moving towards it. And the universe will show you, yes, this is the path to walk. I do also have the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune that came out next. Aces represent new beginnings. They represent new opportunities, and the Wheel of Fortune is all about luck. This is the luckiest card in the tarot deck. It talks about you being in the right place at the right time, everything working out in your favor for you, and things just clicking into place after such a long, I'm hearing restless, frustrating, stagnant time where things were just not happening for you. So I do feel like there is a lot of new things. I mean, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Fool, we have 2 Knights here, Justice is here. Like there's a lot of energy of new beginnings that are coming in for you by the end of this year. So just keep moving forward, because the last card we have here for you is the World. And the World talks about closing down a cycle. This is the card that says when one door closes, 5 more doors open in its place. You're going to be moving away from something by the end of this year. It could be a perspective, a job, a hobby, a relationship, a mentality. You're going to be moving on from something. The World is about shutting the door and being like, I'm ready to move forward. I am ready for the next part of my life, whatever that may be, whatever that entails, whatever new energies pop in, I'm ready to move towards it. And remember, the universe here is giving to you again. The because you have spent so much of your time and your energy and your effort giving that the universe is saying, okay, now it is time for you to receive. Now we are going to give you new opportunities, new people, new experiences, a new look on life, etc. And it will be up to you to see how you want to move forward. Now, the universe is not going to judge you. If you push away any of these new options because they don't feel right for you, you will have new things that come in and take their place. So don't feel like you have to make a decision on something that doesn't feel right to you. Don't feel like you have to force something into your life that doesn't feel like it's meant for you. Just keep moving forward. So that is what I have for you for the remainder of 2023. Now, with that being said, I am shuffling up these cards because I do want to use this deck for your other reading as well. I do like the energies that are coming out here for you. So we're going to get started with your career and money reading right now. So the way that this works is I'm going to pull one row of cards for your career, one row of cards for your financial situation. So we're going to kind of separate them a little bit. And the reason that I do this is because energy is constantly moving and it is constantly changing, but not necessarily is it a fact that career and money are connected. Yes, it is definitely true that we can make a lot of money through our career, but money is also its own energy. It is its own energy of things happening, of us finding money on the side of the road, winning money, someone giving us money out of the blue. Like, these things do happen. So there is an energy where it's like, yes, they are connected to a sense, but they're also their own energy. So I like to pull them separately so we can see everything. Now we're starting with your career. I did already have a couple of cards just popped out, so I'm going to take these. Okay. Let's get your career messages here. I've got quite a, very interesting. Got some interesting messages here for you. I want one more career card, and then let's... Oh God. Your cards are just flying out everywhere. It is insane. Okay. Get one last card here. What else do you need to know for your career? Okay, and there it is. All right. Now we're going to do your financial messages as well. This is the same thing that we did for the last reading, where we're getting your messages out and then we're going to talk about them, and I'll show you the cards. What is happening for your finances? Okay. I want to get the same number of cards for each section here, so let me just get a few more. Oh, this is so interesting. I have a lot of the cards from the last reading popping out. Like, Justice is at the bottom here, and I've been shuffling these cards. Like, there are a lot of cards in this deck here, right? They've been shuffled up, but we have Justice here at the bottom of the deck for you, for the overall energy for your career and for your financial situation. So remember in the last reading when I just said Justice brings in balance to these areas of your life where things have been tough, where things have been frustrating, where things have even maybe been miserable or like very exhausting. With Justice being the overall energy for your career and for your financial situation, this is a very beautiful message, because this is saying that the balance that you are seeking financially and with your career is coming in. Now, this is something that we don't have an exact length of time on. This could be happening very quickly. This could take a few months. It could take a little bit of time, etc. Energy is always moving. It is always changing. But I do feel like this is a very, very good omen that this was in your last reading for the remainder of the year, and now it is in this reading as well. So I do feel like the energies here are picking up when it comes to your career and when it comes to your financial situation. It does feel like there is going to be a sense of relief. There is going to be a sense of balance here that is achieved, where you're going to feel good about what's happening. You're going to feel good about where your career is going. You're going to feel good about your financial situation, even if right now, like, you're paying bills all the time and like that's all you're doing and you're just like stressed and frustrated. Things will change. It's not going to stay like this forever. And the Justice card is here to remind you of that. The scales are always being moved. They're always being brought into balance. Something happens, they get brought back into balance again. So things are moving in your favor. Now let's start with your career first, since that's the first like area here that I pulled. The first card that came out for you here is the Empress. Now again, whether you are male, female, etc., it does not matter. The Empress is just the energy here. She is a card that talks about creation. She's actually seen as the mother of the tarot because she is always creating. She is giving life to the things in her life that are important to her. Now we're talking about your career here. So this is talking about you creating something when it comes to your career path. You may be creating some kind of new position, some kind of job title. You may be a business owner that's creating, an empire for yourself, where maybe you have services you offer or something that you sell, and you're going to be creating something new. It feels like with your career, there's an energy here of creation. There's an energy of you moving forward, you creating something. This could even be you, like, if you work for someone else, like creating a policy, like having an idea and telling your boss or your manager or human resources or whatever, like, hey, this is what I feel like we should do. This is my idea. And then being like, you know what, let's act on that. Like, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's bring this into existence for you. There's some kind of creation energy with your career where you're going to be creating a new path for yourself. Now, this is very interesting because we have the 10 of Swords that came out in reverse next. And I love this card in this position because this is about releasing burdens. When this card is upright like this, it talks about being literally overwhelmed. On the traditional tarot deck, the 10 of Swords has someone lying down, like against the ground, and they have 10 individual swords sticking out of their back. And they're just laying there. They're like defeated. They're like, there's way too much going on. And each sword in that rendition represents something that is stressing them out, whether it's, love, money, a doubt or a fear, an insecurity, something like that. However, this came out reversed. So this is telling me that you're going to be releasing, when it comes to your career specifically, you're going to be releasing the overwhelmed and overburdened feeling. Okay, there's this big energy here where it's like this weight is coming off of your shoulders. In fact, I feel lighter even talking about it to you. There's just this energy of like things being released, the stress, the chaos, the anxiety. If you've been like arguing with a coworker, if you haven't seen eye to eye, if you're trying to like create a business or something and it seems like everything is just snagging along the way, there's just this energy of you releasing the stress and releasing the tension because you're going to be moving forward. Now, we do have the King of Cups that has come out with this message. The King of Cups is extremely emotionally stable. He does not deal with anyone's like BS. He doesn't take drama. He's very sound. He's very confident. He's very stable. So I do feel like, when it comes to your career specifically, there is a burden that's going to be released, a weight that will be lifted from your shoulders, and you will feel very confident. You will feel very calm. You will feel very stable in the wake of this energy leaving. It's almost like it's going to be replaced with this. The stress and the chaos and the fear, the anxiety, all of that is going to be replaced with you feeling stable, with you feeling confident, with you feeling like things are finally kind of clicking into place for you at your job. Now remember, no job is perfect. We all have days, where we go to work and we're stressed and we're exhausted and things are rough and things are tough. It doesn't mean that every single day is going to be a walk in the park at your job. It very well could be, but this is just an energy saying overall, there's going to be some kind of stress that leaves and you're going to feel very stable and confident. There will be days where you don't feel 100%, and that's normal. Tell yourself that. But I do feel like your career is shifting in a good way. We do also have the Death card here. And don't panic by this. It doesn't mean actual death. The Death card talks about moving on from something. It talks about the death of the old, moving on from the past and into something new. It's very interesting because I do feel like there is something that's going to be happening with your career where you'll be given the chance to move forward. You will be given the chance to move on. Maybe to a new company, maybe a new position, maybe you're a business owner and you're like, I want to offer new services or new items. There's just an energy of you moving on to something new. And we have the Knight of Pentacles that came out again. A card that talks about something you've been waiting for coming into your experience with your career. This is talking about your career. I feel like you're going to be offered something new in your career, and you're going to have a choice of, do I want to stay where I am, or do I want to move forward? And like I said, if you're a business owner, this could be you saying, like, I kind of want to offer different services. I want to like try something different. I still want to offer whatever it is I'm doing, but I want to try something else too. So follow that feeling, because the last card that came out for your career is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. And this card talks about coming out of the cold. When this card is upright like this, it talks about feeling ignored, feeling abandoned, feeling left out, feeling like people don't listen to you, people don't notice you at work, there's no room for growth, there's no room for improvement, feeling very frustrated, very stuck in place in your career. However, this came out in reverse. So you are wiggling out of that, especially with death and the Knight of Pentacles coming out before it. It's like your career is moving now. Things are going to start shifting. Things are going to start moving. It may require you to make some effort towards it. Like if you're looking for work, you obviously have to apply for certain jobs in order to be considered. So you may have to take steps towards this, but your career is shifting, and this looks like there's a lot of positivity in here. So that's really, really good. Let's shift gears now. Let's talk about your financial situation. The first card that came out for your finances is the 8 of Wands. This is a very, very fast card. And what I mean by that is this is about rapid movement, it's about communication, and it's about speed. So with the 8 of Wands, I always generally feel like this card is talking about an increment of 8. So you're going to see changes with your financial situation within 8 days. It could be 8 weeks. It could be 8 months as well. But this is a card about swiftness. It's about things happening quickly. So I do feel like you will be receiving some kind of communication about your financial situation. So this could be like getting approved for a loan to buy a house or a car. This could be, someone messaging you and just being like, hey, like, happy late birthday, I'm going to give you some money, or I'm going to, help you out in some way or whatever. There's just an energy of some kind of communication coming in that will help you financially. It doesn't mean, everyone's going to reach out and give you 100 loans, right? And you should accept all of them. No, but there's just an energy that you will receive a message, some kind of communication that will help you move forward financially. Now, the next card that came out for your finances is the Ace of Wands. Now, aces represent new beginnings. They represent new opportunities and new energies. So I'm seeing here that with this communication that will be coming in, this will be the beginning of something new for you in your financial situation. This could be a new job offer. This could be, like I said, if you're a business owner offering new items, changing your services, etc. There is something new that is coming in, and it feels like a new era even. It's not just like a new energy, it's like a new era for your financial situation, where you will feel financial success, where you will feel financial abundance and victory. You'll feel stable financially. This is an energy of you moving forward. I do want to say, because that is the Ace of Wands, the Wand suit is very passionate. That's the passion energy in the tarot. It's fire energy. It's quick. It's passionate. It's intense. So with your finances, I do feel like you will find a lot of financial stability if you follow your passions, whatever those are, whether it's, doing a certain thing for a career, whether you start up a hobby, like let's say you love photography, right? Just as an example here, maybe starting up a photography, like, I don't know, photography Instagram or something, just to kind of like do it as a hobby because you're passionate about it. It could turn into a career for you, or it could yield positive results, or even integrating your passions into your current work, if you can, is something that will help. Just, this is a passionate energy, so it's an energy of moving forward and feeling good about it. Not just showing up to work every day because you have to, but like loving what you do and being excited about it will help you move forward financially. Now, we do have the 6 of Pentacles, an energy about you receiving. I feel like you've been giving financially, right? Like, I just feel like you have been there. You have been doing everything that needs to be done when it comes to your finances, like paying bills. Maybe you've helped loan people money. Maybe you've donated to charities, or like, donated clothes or something like that. Like, there's just energy that you have given, and now it is time for you to receive. I love how like we're getting similar, like the same cards coming out here for both readings, because that just shows us how connected, that everything really is, that we're getting, the same messages and the same cards in your readings, even with, us shuffling this huge deck here for a couple of minutes while we were talking. It's just this huge energy of like, yeah, this is exactly what's going to be coming in. This is what you need to know about. Now, I do also have the Fool that has come out. Like I said, new energies, new opportunities when it comes to your financial situation. There are all kinds of new things here that are going to be coming in. And the Fool is telling you it's okay for you to take that leap of faith towards it. It's okay for you to take that step, even if you don't know how it's going to unfold. As long as you feel like this feels right, I want to do this, take that step towards it. Don't be afraid. I know that's easier said than done. But the last message that has come out for you here is the High Priestess, which is about following your intuition, moving forward when your gut feeling tells you to. It's very important for you to kind of listen to your gut feeling and move forward with it. And it's something that, sometimes it takes some time and it takes some trust for us to build that up. And when our intuition says something, we're kind of just like, I don't know about that. Like, why should I do that? Right? Like, why should I take this job offer? Or why should I apply for this position? I'd have to move to a new town or something, right? But your intuition is guiding you, always. So Keep in mind, you may start seeing repeating numbers. You may be having vivid dreams. You may feel your intuition reaching out to you when it comes to your financial situation. Listen to what it has to say. Don't just dismiss it right away. Okay, so I wanted to get a card from an oracle deck for you. And we have the Called card. It says, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So you are being called when it comes to your career and your financial situation to step up and move through this doorway here into something new, into new energies. Now, don't panic by this. This doesn't mean you have to quit your job tomorrow and pursue your passions and hobbies full time. But there's just an energy here where things are going to be shifting and things are going to be changing. You will know when things happen what the correct move is, whether it's to move forward, whether it's to move back, whether it is to stay in place. You are going to be called from the universe to step your energy up. And I know that can sound like scary or frustrating, but I feel like when everything happens, it's going to happen very naturally and it's going to just make sense. So follow your intuition. It's going to be your best guide. But that is what I have for you. Thank you for getting these readings. I hope you enjoyed them and I hope you have a wonderful day.